So we're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to start out with understanding your agent ID. So what you're going to do when you guys come into, you're going to log into your IDXBroker account, and you're going to go, when you log in, you'll come straight to the dashboard, and you're going to click here, and you're going to click on Bio. Once you click on Bio, you're just going to click on Subheader right here, and this is going to show you your agent header ID. So this is the special code that you can add to the end of any IDX page that's going to cookie the user's computer and filter any leads directly to the agent. So for example, Rose's agent ID is 93591. So when I go to the advanced search page, and I went to the basic page here. I just went directly to metroroberts.com, and you can click on any of these pages. All of these are going to work. You can actually go to featured. You can go to the mortgage calculator, you can go to what's your home worth, and you can even use the contact page. These are all IDX pages, or actually, no, I'm sorry, this contact page is not the IDX page, but all of these are IDX pages, and if you go to them, you're going to see they start with homes. So any of these are going to work, and all you have to do is paste that agent header ID at the end of this URL string. You can actually see inside your IDXBroker Metro Roberts agent account that there is an example that they use, and this is the advanced search page. So you can copy it directly from here, or you can just copy the string. It has to have this question mark at the end of it. For any of these standard pages, the question mark goes at the end of the URL. So you literally are going to add right at the last part, question mark, agent header ID equals 93591, and this is going to be case sensitive. So it is important that the agent header ID is exactly the same as this right here. Okay? So there's two ways you can find your agent ID. The one is what I've just shown you inside your IDXBroker agent dashboard. And the second way is to type in your Metro Roberts agent site. So I use Rose as my example. You can just type in, I'm going to use Rose's. As soon as you enter it, it is going to redirect to the full URL, which has the agent header ID right there. So if you forgot your login to IDXBroker and you can't remember it, maybe you sent us a request and you're still waiting, but you want to use this now, just go to your agent mini site and it'll automatically direct and give you this agent header ID. Additionally, it's going to cookie your browser. So you want to make sure that you are that you have this cookie on your browser for the next step. So I talked about clearing your browser cache. I know mine is cookied because and here's a good way to test it out. When you go to your subheader, what I did here is I put just a dot. The subheader is basically what this is it's going to display on any IDX page if after somebody is cookied. So even if I was on another agent's profile, if let's say Rose gave me her agent URL, her mini site, and I went to it, but then I went and I checked out some other agents just to see who they were, then no matter what, even if I'm on another agent's profile page, I started out on Rose's and it instantly cookied my computer to tag her as my agent. So I use this little period as an example just to show you that it allows me to see that I am cookied because no matter what page I'm on, it shows up. But the subheader is also a nice thing that you can just add something that says maybe to view any home, or actually let's say to find out more info on any home you see, contact me. I can show you any property. So let's say we use that. It's a good subheader, a good message to put at the top, and I would actually include Rose's name and subheader up here just to help. But this also kind of verifies that it is going to go to Rose. So you can see that that little thing will show up on now, and now that I'm cookied, it'll show up on any of these pages. So I'm going to use that as my signal to show you guys that it is cookied to Rose. However, before you guys start this, I want you to clear your browser cache. If you don't know how to do that, simply go to Google and type in clear my browser cache and then whatever browser you're using. Internet Explorer, Firefox, Safari, the new Internet Explorer, which sorry, I don't even know what it is because I'm a Mac girl, so I have no idea. But just type it in right here. It's going to show you the steps on how to clear your browser, and make sure you do that. Once you've done that, then what I want you to do is I want you to come back and we're going to test out this agent header ID to make sure it works. This is also important because you want to have an account on Metro Roberts, because if you don't have an account, at some point you're going to get on here, and if you're not cookied and you happen to fill out that lead form because you're looking at listings on the company account, then you're going to get tagged and set up as a lead, and you're going to go to another agent. So we don't want that to happen. Not only does it waste the round robin for everybody, and that agent then gets a dummy lead and that doesn't count and has to wait until their next turn in line for a lead. So you want to make sure you do this and you create an account. After you create an account, when you log in, the next time it prompts you, you just log in with your email address. So it's pretty easy. And I'm going to show you that process here in a minute, so it'll be pretty easy. You don't have to worry about, you can watch this video time and time again. I'm actually recording this for you guys so that you can come back and watch it and then, set it up how you'll learn how to log in again. Sorry. Okay, so the next step after you clear your browser cache is to perform a search. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the search page. And I'm going to say, actually it already comes into a search. We're going to actually do an advanced search. So let's say we pick a city. We're going to pick one of the main communities. We'll say Buffalo. All right. And I'm just going to do a search. I don't have to type in anything fancy, just the city is all I did. It shows me my results. And now what we're going to do is we're going to click on some properties. So you're going to click on the first property, and then what happens is the most popular page on IDXBroker is going to probably be the photo gallery. We've done a lot of research on it, and this is going to be one of the most common places that people are going to click. So what we do is on the photo gallery, this is where one of the triggers is. If you don't get it, then go back to that next property, click on, or the previous property, click on next so you can view the next one, and then view the photo gallery. And here you go. So this is what the lead form is. This is called a soft lead form capture. It's going to give the people a reason to want to fill out the form. So this tells them by filling out the form, you're going to get to see all the details, you get unrestricted access, you get to set up instant alerts, save your favorites, get more data. We're not going to share your information with any third parties, just fill in the data. So this gives them a reason to fill it out versus having just sign up for a free account before you can see anything else, which is scary, and lots of people will actually hit the back button and not fill it out. So this is actually proven. It's one of the ways that IDXBroker has shown us that we can actually increase our lead capture by setting up these triggers in certain places and using some good text to help capture that lead. So I'm going to fill this out, and I'm going to use an email address that I know I haven't used before. And the phone number is optional. We can make that required if you want. Rose, just let me know, but it is optional at this point. It's kind of, again, a soft capture. And so we're going to go ahead and click sign up. So now it's going to go ahead and send a lead to Rose. So this is why you're doing this. You are going to test this out and make sure that you get the lead. So it's going to go ahead and give me a thank you page, and then it's going to redirect me right back to the page that I was on. Now, so the purpose of this test, again, is to perform a search so that you can A, create an account, and B, make sure that you have received the lead. So now that I've done this, I don't have access to Rose's email, but you're going to get your email and it'll tell you that you have a lead. You also can go in and you can check your leads. So if you don't get that email right away, then you come in here, you click on leads and go to manage, and it should be, I'm going to actually click on sign up, and there it is, right there. So you can see my lead right there. And that's how this lead form is going to work. Okay, so now we got to get to the best part of the webinar. We're going to be talking about Facebook and using IDXBroker and your agent header ID to get leads. So now that you understand your agent header ID, that is the main part of it. The key to this next portion is understanding that 90% of home buyers start their search online. So they're coming in, they want to search for homes, and they want to do it on a platform that's easy. They want to save their favorites, and they want to come back time and time again to their computer, or more importantly, to their mobile phone. This actually hits home with me on a very personal way because I just bought a home. As a matter of fact, I walked in the door 5 minutes before this webinar from closing on my brand new home. So I was so excited. But let me just tell you, the process of searching for a home was horrendous. I even told my realtors at closing that I'm actually pretty disappointed in all the realtors where I live, because I did a review of all of the websites of all the agents in Jackson County, and none of them had a very good system where you could search homes and save your favorites. And I ended up using Realtor.com, which is a shame. I should be using a local realtor's website. And that's where, because people are going to use what's easy for them. And IDXBroker system is super easy. So that's why you want to use this and take advantage of this and show people this search, unless you have a personal website and it's better than this, which, you know, it could be, but this is going to be one of the really awesome things that Metro Roberts is providing you with, that you can use and have people use it to be able to save properties, and you can push listings to them and do all these great things. So that's why I want you guys to think about this ahead of time. People want something that's easy, and that's what your Metro Roberts site is going to do for you. And that's why using these links is so awesome, because it's going to help people to use a system that they're going to come back to time and time again and share with people. So there's many ways that you can use this to your advantage on your Facebook page or your personal Facebook account. It doesn't really matter moving forward which one of these you post to, as long as you have people following to. So the first step is going to be ideas and topics. Now I have an actual document that I put together for you guys. I will send it over to Rose, but I'm going to give you some examples ahead of time, or first before we start, because you have to have some ideas to begin with. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open up a Word document, and I really encourage you guys strongly to do the same thing and create a list that you can keep a running list of and keep them handy so you can use them anytime. So we're going to start with the first obvious thing that you can post on your Facebook page. I'm going to start with this. So let me now move this out, and let's go to Facebook. So this is my personal Facebook, and this right here is going to be my business Facebook, right? The business one is going to be the optimal place for you to post on, because you're going to be able to, with a business one, you're going to be able to schedule those posts. So you can set this all, do all the work for like a month ahead of time and set it up and forget about it. If you're just doing it on your personal Facebook, I highly encourage you to get a business Facebook. People can review you on your business Facebook. They only have to like you. They don't have to request to be your friend. You keep your business separate from your personal so that you can post maybe personal stuff on your Facebook, or inappropriate, or whatever it may be, but your business is always going to be the professional one. So I highly encourage you to use the business. I'm going to use that as my main example because it does the same thing as the personal, but I will show you that when you post to your business, when you go to publish, you have an option to schedule it or even save a draft. When you go to Facebook on your personal and I go to post something, I do not have the option to change that and schedule it. So that is really one of the cool things about having a business page that you want to start with. So going back to our ideas. So one of the first things that you may want to do is post your Metro Roberts agent site to your audience and tell them that they can search all properties through your site. Make sure that you let them know that your site is more accurate than Trulia and Zillow. Let me say that again, because this is a huge thing for me. I have friends that are real estate agents here in Jackson, and I've seen them post things on their Facebook pages about where's the most common place that you search. Is it Trulia? Is it Zillow? Don't encourage them to do that. But I will tell you this, most people will use Trulia and Zillow because they don't know. They don't know that they're not updated directly from the MLS. And those same people are frustrated when they get outdated listings and results. There's been polls, and you can look these up on Google, that say the people that use Trulia and Zillow would use a different site if they knew one that was reliable and accurate. Your site is reliable and accurate. Tell everybody. So my suggestion to you would be to use this link and tell them. Actually, you could even say, fact, most people that search Zillow and Trulia don't know that they're not updated directly from the MLS and are frustrated when they get those outdated results. Use my site. We are updated every single day by the real MLS here in Jackson County. Get the right results the first time. So say you have to think of some text that you're going to say, and that's a good one, and it's actually going to be on the document that I'm going to put up for you guys, or that I'm going to send to Rose. I'll put it in your agent office as well. But something that tells people and gets them excited. Using a play on emotion, don't search a site that's going to give you the most inaccurate results or show you listings that are already sold. Use a site that's accurate. And that's where your personal agent site's going to come in. All right, so idea number 2, the advanced property search. So you're going to go to your IDXBroker account, and you're going to go to the advanced search page. We're going to grab our agent header ID. And I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to put it right here. Now what I'm going to say is I'm going to say something like customize your own search to pick out features in a home that you want. Want a home, and every area is going to be different. So you guys have to kind of take what I'm saying and use it in a way that is going to fit your area. So with a pool, how about a waterfront home? Put in all of your most wanted features and customize your home search to fit your dream home. So good example. And then what I would do is actually, I'd put that at the very end. And this is the example, is you're going to take this and you're going to paste it right in here. And then that link is going to pull up the Metro Roberts website. And then we're going to get to scheduling the posts later. So right now we're talking about ideas, but that's how I would lay out each one of these. The next one's going to be hot property alerts. The hot property alerts page is the email update sign up. Don't ask me why they call it that, but it's kind of clear what it means. I call this the hot property alerts page because hot property alerts kind of says to somebody, you want to be on this page and you want to get these are the hottest properties that are out today. So what I like to say actually with this page is, actually here's a good way to put it. Let's type this out. Fact. The most desirable homes typically sell within days of being listed. Don't miss out on your dream home. Sign up for property alerts today. That is an awesome call to action. So this is a call to action that you can use that'll probably get you a lot of people clicking on it. So now that we're on the email update sign up, we're going to grab our agent header ID. We're going to put it up there, and we're going to paste it at the end of this URL. So I'm not going to go and copy. Actually, the document's going to have the rest of them on here, but some other ideas would be the map search. So search by our interactive map search. The free home valuation. This is actually a pretty cool one. The What's Your Home Worth page is actually a great page. It talks to people about getting a free CMA and what it includes, and it has all the details about their home. So this is a really cool one to use, and one of my favorites that actually gets you a lot of good seller leads. Now some other examples I'm going to show you are actually, these are the ones I've shown you before, are the standard pages, and they can be a really valuable way to get leads, but there's even more options than that. And one of the ways to start with that is by creating a custom search. Again, this is going to be really specific to the area that you're in and what's popular. So for instance, I'm in Brooklyn, and I'm in an area where there's lots of lakes. It's actually a higher retirement area. People buy their homes to retire in here, and the homes get to be really expensive around the lake, and people like to live on the lake. So one of the lakes is Lake Columbia. One of the ideas that I might use as a custom search would be search, see available homes. Spring is coming, and the home market is picking up. Find your retirement home now by searching all lakefront homes on Lake Columbia. So something like that. And the way that you're going to do that is you're going to start out by going to your advanced search page. Then you're going to go ahead and put in your criteria. Now, your guys are going to pick out your criteria based on your area and what's specific there, but I'm just going to use an example. I'm going to use the example of the waterfront, and I'm going to find it. Let's see. So here we go, waterfront. Let's say I did lake. If it had, it looks like there's some specific lakes here, so this is awesome. So let's say Branningham Lake, right? So click your lake. Maybe you're going, if you know what city that's in, you might want to type the city in. Try to not do too much criteria, especially if you want to make sure you get the most results. So I'm just going to use the lake as my only thing right here, Branningham Lake, and I'm going to hit search. Okay, so now I have this URL, and what do I do with it? It already has the question mark right after the main section, so you're not going to use question mark time. This is the only part that's going to be different. Instead of using question mark, you're going to use an ampersand. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the agent header ID. For all of these custom search results, you're going to put an ampersand first, and then you're going to put agent header ID equals, then copy the whole thing. So you can see how this could be actually something that could go, you could make tons and tons of these types of searches. But I'm going to say waterfront homes on Lake Branningham. And I would have some text to go with it, and then I would post my link. So this is kind of one of those things where you're going to customize based on a lot of different things. It could be seasonal. It could be what's popular. These things are going to change all the time. So the way to do this is to really know your market and know your area and think about what's hot in your area right now. Some other ideas that are actually pretty cool to use are property of the day. So let's say we find a property that we like. Just go do a search for a specific type of property that you know is hot right now. Grab the URL, add your agent header at the end. You have to use the ampersand because, oh, actually, no, this one doesn't have the question mark. So you're looking for the question mark right around after IDX details listing. If it doesn't have the question mark, then we want to add the question mark. If you're not sure, you can always check these. If you're not sure which one you're supposed to use a different browser and open up a new tab that doesn't have the cookie already, hit enter, and check it. If you see your little message or use that little period as an example like I showed you, then you know it works. You can also ask me if you're not sure. So try it both ways. Either way, one of them is going to work. So here's my property of the day. So you could say, you know, gorgeous waterfront home, won't last long, and it is 5 bedrooms, 2 baths. And put your link. Again, once somebody clicks on it, they're going to be at some point, they're going to have that trigger pop up, and then you're going to get the lead. Another one, now this is a really cool one, I love this one, it's today's new listings. I can make a standard link for this, but I like to show you guys how to do it yourself as well. Again, you're just going to go do, I would use the easy search page in this example because you don't want today's listings to have too much information. And what I would do is I would pick a couple of cities that you work in. Don't just click all of them. Don't put all the cities in here. Pick specific cities that are your market. So I'm going to use Buffalo, Tonawanda, and Amherst. I'm going to say Buffalo, Tonawanda, Amherst. Let's say these are my primary market areas. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Sort by Newest Listings. And then I'm going to hit Search. And what it's going to do is it's going to pull up the newest listings. It always pulls the Metro Roberts properties up first. Your guys' properties are going to be featured in any search that anybody does. And then it's going to post the newest listings based on how long ago they were listed. It should have been in the last 24 hours. If you guys add a property into the MLS today, it won't show up until tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my agent header ID to that. And again, this is a custom search, so I'm going to add ampersand, agent header ID, and then I'm going to copy it. Now this is good indefinitely. You do not have to recreate this link. This is kind of one of the reasons why, the only one you are going to have to recreate the property of the day. That's going to be different every time. The waterfront homes on Lake Branningham, that's going to be good forever. That link is going to always pull homes on Lake Branningham. The specific ones that are going to change are the property of the day. But today's new listings, it's going to pull all the newest listings in the cities that I named in the minute it's clicked. So if you use this same link tomorrow, then tomorrow that link is going to work and show tomorrow's newest properties. Okay, so next we're going to go to this week's open houses. So this is a cool one. This week's open houses. So again, we're going to go back to the search. Now, actually, this is a question that you guys might be thinking of right now. Once I'm cookied on this browser, can't I just do a search and just copy the URL? I'm already cookied, right? The answer is no. You're cookied on your browser, but the link that you're giving out to other people on Facebook, they don't have that cookie yet. So you have to make sure that agent header ID is on every single one that you're copying in. So, okay, this week's open houses. So let's say, again, we're going to use, and you could actually use, you could do each city. So you could do this for an individual city or your entire market area. It's probably going to get a little more play if you individualize it, personalize it for a specific city. So I'm going to go ahead and click Buffalo here. Then I'm going to come here and choose Has Open House. And I'm going to do a search. It's going to show me there's one. So again, this is going to update no matter what. When they use this link, the same link will work indefinitely. You just want to make sure that you use the criteria. So we're going to go ahead and add our agent header ID. And this is after listings. See right there, it has the question mark. So I'm going to have ampersand and hit the V, copy it. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'll probably put some text there, and then I'll use my link. Now another one might be community of the week. And let's see. This is cool for specific subdivisions or neighborhoods. If you guys are, if you have a specific neighborhood that you are the shit in, this is your neighborhood and you work it, you know everything about this neighborhood, this would be perfect for you to highlight these neighborhoods. Or if you want to be in a neighborhood and this neighborhood is just, you know, one that has, you know, multi-million-dollar homes and it's so popular and all these other agents are, you know, taking it over, but you want to get a piece of the pie, then this would be a great way for you to kind of showcase yourself in this neighborhood. So you're going to come in and you're going to do a search. And let's see if we have the neighborhood available in yours. Yep, we do. So you have subdivision and you have community complex and you have city neighborhood. So we're going to use subdivision. And I don't know what a good one is, but these should be in alphabetical order. If you're, this is going to be a big, long list, so if you need to, you can actually start typing, and it will start giving you suggestions. This is a suggestive search. So I'm going to say Grand Island, Niagara River. And then what I like to do after I type something in is do a search over here just to view the results and make sure that it shows the right area. So it looks like it does. So this looks like a decent area, and what I would do is then I would grab my agent header ID, and I'm going to add my ampersand because, again, here is my question mark, and then I'm going to copy it. So this was Grand Island, Niagara River. So we're going to say Grand Island, Niagara River. And there you go. Again, important to tell people what this is. Don't just say Community of the Week, Grand Island, Niagara River. Put some text that talks about what this is, because there's going to be people that don't know what Grand Island, Niagara River is. So tell them a little bit about this. Tell them why this is a great place to live, one of the most desirable communities in this area. Tell them what just a little bit of information is going to go a long way. Give them a reason, and that's why I show you in some of the prior ones. You know, gorgeous 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom home won't last long. I'm using emotional text to capture the lead. The most desirable homes typically sell within days. Don't miss out. These are the types of wording that you can use to make people say, oh my gosh, I have to click on that link. And then you got them. They're instantly going to be cookied. All right, another idea, easy one, is condo of the day. So if you're mainly in the city, in a condo building, this is a good way to, you know, do the same thing. Find the building name and use the condo. You can also do search homes in Buffalo, let's say, just the city. This is actually kind of an easy one. You have all these cities right here, and all of these are going to go directly to some searches as well. So if you click on Buffalo, you're going to see that it's going to automatically redirect to a pre-made search that we already have made. So these ones, you use the agent header ID with the question mark. And paste it in there. So search homes and city. You know, guys, the list goes on and on. You know what's popular in your area, and it changes from season to season and year to year. So stay on top of these trends and use them to create custom searches that people will love, and they're going to share them with their friends. And keep your running list. This is really important. Grab this list, save it, add to it, think of new things, and you'll never run out of ideas of ways to add searches to Facebook. So the next part is going to be about actually doing the post on Facebook. Once you have your ideas and you've created all these different types of searches on your Word document with text that goes with them, then you can schedule posts to auto-post on your page. You can even schedule posts for several months at a time. Just go to your Facebook page and go to create a post, like I showed you before. So here's my Facebook page. I'm going to start over, actually. Here's my Facebook page. I'm just going to click right in here, and then I'm going to open up my document, and I'm going to pick whatever one. I love the Hot Property Alerts one. I'm going to paste it in here, and then I'm going to click the little down arrow right here. You can actually add an image if you want. You can put a picture in there, but I'm going to go ahead and click on Schedule, and then I'm going to set my day. And then I'm going to go ahead and set a time. And I'll actually include in the document some of the most popular times to post on Facebook. So what's going to be the most popular times and days to post. Although I would tell you to come in here after you schedule this, go and create a bunch of them. That's why the bigger this list, the better. So create as many as you can, and then come back in here and schedule. Schedule one a day for every single day of the week. Schedule 2 months ahead of time. Do the work in a weekend, take the time to do it in a weekend, and then don't think about it for another week. That way you can make it so that you have, sorry, people are raising their hands, so I know you guys have some questions, but this way you can set up your schedule ahead of time and then not think about it. And then your Facebook does the work for you, and all you have to do after that, excuse me, is keep up with the comments and questions and make sure that you're monitoring what people are asking you. So, and in the document, I'll add something that asks about the most popular times to post, so you know those as well. So, okay, so I see that some people are raising their hands. This is kind of actually a new feature for me on the webinar, so if you are connected in your webinar, you're going to see that there is a chat box there. If you could ask me any questions inside the chat box, that would be great. It looks like I have some questions that I've already answered. That was from, I can see the screen. So sorry again about that, guys. I really apologize for that. But we have the chat box is available, or you guys can raise your hands, ask questions in the webinar to see if there's anything else that I can answer for you guys. Otherwise, that's it. This is all the information that you need to know. Use these searches so that you guys can, generate some leads and draw people to go to your site, and the site will do the work for you. IDXBroker is amazing at capturing leads and getting more business for you if you know how to use it. So this is one of the coolest ways that I like to teach people how to use it and to generate some business. So I don't see that anybody has asked any questions yet. Rose, I'm going to leave it to you. If anybody does have any additional questions that I missed and they want to go ahead and send me those questions, I can also do one-on-ones with anybody that wants to do a one-on-one. You guys just shoot us over an email at support@yoursiteneedsme.com or give us a call at 517-917-0582 anytime after noon at Eastern time zone. And we always answer the phone if we're available. That's our policy, so unless I'm already on the phone, I'm going to answer the phone. You're going to get me. Otherwise, shoot us an email and let us know if you have a question. We can try to answer it there. I will also make little mini videos for anybody that wants a tutorial that they can use all the time, and or I'll walk you through it personally. So that's all I got. If you guys need anything else, you know my contact information. Thanks for joining our webinar. I'm really glad that you guys all showed up, and I was excited to show you guys this information, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Mm-hmm.
Pero,